Welcome to a special edition of Chicago Cars Direct. Today we're going to get behind the wheel of a modern day exotic. This is a 2004 Lamborghini Gallardo with E-gear. On the rear of the Gallardo here, you're going to find the 5-liter V10 engine. Now, this car in stock form makes 500 horsepower. This is mated also to the E-gear manual transmission. It's a sequential manual. You essentially use the paddles. You got 2 pedals under the dashboard, but that's all you really need to get moving. The robot takes care of the clutch for you. We'll take it for a ride and show you. But these are all-wheel drive. These cars came from the factory with 4-wheel drive, so it definitely adds to the drivability and also, I guess, the safety of some of the more amateur drivers out there. But very, very livable. This car is a one-owner car. It actually belongs to a great friend of the Moran family, and we are going to put it out there. But he did buy the car new. He ordered it in 04, and this is an avid exotic car person, somebody that understands when you own these how to take care of them. Unfortunately, I see a lot of times that people don't really get that these cars really need to be cared for. You know, you need your annual service, and you need to drive them every so often, and the people that don't do that end up paying for it in the long run. But I don't really have much in the way of flaws on this. It looks like a brand new car, drives like a brand new car, smells like a brand new car. When our friend got this car, he actually got the 3M clear shield put on it, but he's got 18,000 miles on the car, so as it sits here, he just redid the entire 3M on the fenders, the hood, mirrors. Just had it redone at the end of the summer, so this is all brand new and looks brand new. So the whole front end's protected. There's not a stone chip I can talk about. The headlamps are in perfect condition. Glass, tires, everything. Like I said, he's taken phenomenal care. I mean, if you look inside the grills down there, I mean, it's not even dirty. Pretty crazy. But let's take a look at these wheels. These are the factory wheel. It's a 19-inch wheel. This is the factory wheel, but chromed. You can see there's no pitting. It's really in excellent condition. You know, see the mirror there of my hand. I'm not sure if you can see it or not. Silver brake calipers. That was a option. I think it's a $1,000 option from the factory, and you see the Lamborghini logo right in there. But down the driver's side, it's all factory stock. It's not modified. It's been well cared for. The rear tires back here. By the way, you got Michelin Pilot Sports all the way around here. These are pretty fresh tires too, all the way around. This is a 295/35 ZR19. Again, flawless chrome. But around the rear, you see the exhaust outlets. Now the car's been upgraded to having the tubey exhaust, which is offered for this. You can see on the lower part of the bumper there, you've got essentially channels that help the aerodynamics at high speed, because you can really go almost about 200 miles an hour in this car. But very comfortable, very, very easy to drive. I can't stress that enough, and nobody believes me until they do it, but it really is a hell of a car. So let's check it out inside. Up front you have the boot, which is ample storage, if you ask me. We actually put the floor mats in here. Don't want to get them too dirty. They are in excellent shape. But we do have a Lamborghini car cover, a Lamborghini plate frame, and also the factory tools, which you find right along here. So you can put a couple bags in there if you need to. It's not even huge, but you do have a storage shelf behind the front seats. And one thing I want to take of note, because if you know your Lamborghinis, you'll know how important this is. All these stickers on the lower part of this deck lid, if this car's ever been compromised, chances are you're not going to get those back. And it shows on here, you've got the PPG paint color Blue Calum. I hope I said that right. I'm not sure I did or not, but just something to note. This is the Superman interior, because it's red, blue with red stitching. The only wear I can really point out, and I wouldn't even really call it as wear, I mean, there's a tiniest little bit of wrinkling on the bolster here. But everything else is perfect. It even smells new, no smoker. Step in is easy. You can see I just dropped right into it. If you've ever been in a previous model Lamborghini, they're nowhere near that easy to get into. You do have a manual tilt and telescope wheel, but the layout, it's all about the driver. The driver's seat's got dual power here with actually a power lumbar support. So you got them on the other side as well. But you know, this is definitely one of those cars that if you're sitting dead still in traffic, you still know you're in something that's really spectacular. You can see the layout here. You know, some of the people have criticized the fact that they went to some of the Audi switchgear because Volkswagen is a parent company of that. But I think the reason they did it, and it was a good reason, is because they're easy to use, they're intuitive. They're still luxurious, and they're part of the high end, but awesome. I can't stress enough how awesome this driving position is. But you've got the plus paddle on the right side, downshift paddle on the left side, and that was what will control the E-gear transmission. Now you do have a sport mode, which will amp the throttle response of the car, and this A button here, that's actually the automatic mode for the transmission. So if you don't want to shift it, hit that button, it'll take care of it for you. And this actually will step up your traction control. Got a set of power folding exterior mirrors, and as you can see, dual zone climate control with heated seats. Turn it all the way up to 6 there. Up here you're going to find a cassette deck, also with a 6-disc CD changer here. Now this is a premium sound system, very similar to what you'd see again in an Audi, but you know, what's wrong with that? It's fantastic. Look at the leather all the way up here, the red stitching all the way on the surround, and the set of 3 gauges up here. Now you see this little green light up at the top of the dash here. Basically what that is a parallel to the Passport front and rear radar system, but it's also got front and rear laser jammers that I have been told actually work. I would never condone anything like that, but I have been told that they work, so I'll have to take that person's word for it. Behind the seats you actually do have a decent amount of storage. You can stow a couple more bags back here, and you know, the reason I just stress that is because the interior on here obviously doesn't give you a whole lot of room up front, but between the trunk and this you got more than enough room for a couple people to get out of town for a while. But check over my head here. You've got a matching blue Alcantara headliner. Well, we're out for a cruise on the highway today. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Chicago, especially even for springtime. It's nice and warm, and I mean, this car is perfect. I really think I could probably drive it all day like this. Super smooth, super comfortable, everything works perfect. Think of how solid this thing is. I mean, there's not a squeak or rattle throughout the entire structure of this car. And it does ride firm. I mean, it's not riding firm. Not sure that double negative makes it positive, right? I'm going to slow it down here, and as this truck comes by, I'm going to try to link up and see where we can get with the a pace shot here. See if we can get down to 2. That sounds unreal. That's why I like E-gear, because you can do flips the throttle for you. You can actually hear everything the car's doing in here. That was another thing I didn't mention, is that you can actually hear the mechanicals working. If you've been in a Countach, if you've been in a Diablo, that's what you get in that experience. It's almost like the engineers in this car, because this car's engineered so well, had to almost synthetically regress the car in its evolution to make it a more accurate production of what a Lamborghini is. I'm not sure if that makes any sense to anybody but me. But these, they're spectacular cars, and you feel like there's the soul of an Italian car in here. Listen. Front and rear Passport radar, and this is a bookmark location, and we're getting hit by something here. Cruising along in 6th gear is, you can still hear the exhaust, because you want to hear that in this car. It's really they replicate, the thing is the car's almost too refined to really be a true exotic. And I don't mean refined in like the experience, I mean like in the reliability aspect of it, that you know, you can actually put miles on these and not have to worry about what's going to do to you in the long term. But they built in that very stoic feel that this car is always more powerful than you are, that it will always outpower you in anything. It's heavy, the steering's heavy, the seats are thinly padded, but you know, it feels more like a Diablo seat than anything else. And then on the flip side, you've got the modern end of it. You've got the audio electronics, you got the radio, you got the climate control, which works beautifully. Heated seats are great. It's actually a great stereo system. I would say it's a premium system. They don't really have like a Bose or a badge system, but definitely more than adequate. And I've driven a lot of Gallardos. This being an 04, I pretty much have known the existence of this car since it's been around. But I mean, if I know our friend, I mean, obviously he takes great care of it because the car speaks volumes of how it is. But if you're in the market for a used one, I mean, this is like every ingredient of what makes a great used car. And I mean, we're replicating a brand new driving experience here. Down to 3. And you literally that's so much fun. Alright. Here's what 8,000 RPM sounds like. Holy shit, did that sound awesome. Think about how far these cars have come. I mean, the day you took delivery of a brand new Lamborghini, you probably thought you were going to be going right back for service, but really a very comfortable, tried and true car. They really do their research and now make sure they're building it with quality parts. They're not as maintenance intensive as you'd imagine of some of the cars of the past, but really a spectacular drive. Nothing you have to be concerned about. If you take it out of town, it's not going to leave you stranded, but really something to experience for yourself. On my hand here, I got a copy of the auto check and Carfax vehicle history reports. It's a one-owner car. I know the owner personally, like I said, friend of the family for a very, very, very long time. So there's really no information there. Owns it, it's an Illinois resident, and it gets stored during the winters, as the condition would speak volumes of. I also have the original window sticker here. He was nice enough to furnish that. Option-wise, you got the car cover, E-gear. E-gear's 10 grand. Silver brake calipers, power heated seats, heated wing mirrors, the power folding ones, and then also the anti-theft system, onboard computer, and unfortunately gas guzzler tax. All in all, this car new, $189,805. But check out our website. You're going to find a ton of spectacular pictures taken by the one, the only Dangerous Dave. You'll find us at ChicagoCarsDirect.com, and then when you're done there, go to our YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/ChicagoCarsDirect. Thanks for having fun with us in this stunning Lamborghini. If you have any questions, please feel free to give myself or any of my partners a call. We'll be glad to chat. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.